Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Today, I will discuss about the reading strategies we follow in our traditional classroom, and I will discover how we can overcome uh, it, how we overcome the reading strategies so perfectly. Next, yeah. Priya, next. Um, in introduction part, reading strategies are deliberate goal-oriented techniques that readers use to understand, interpret, and analyze this text effectively. Next. So now we will discuss about the challenges in teaching reading. In our traditional classroom, we see that the students are not good in reading because of some lack of problem. The teacher follows some regular techniques that in this class we actually repeated and we read our text and we read text by uh, translating in our own language and translate into our foreign language. By this repeating, we learn reading in our classroom. So in this case, the students deal with different reading levels in one class. We know that in a classroom, students contain some levels in a classroom. So uh, for example, some of our beginners, or some of our intermediate, or some of our standard level, but not all are same. So this is a problem. And another problem is motivating reluctant readers. Many of students lose their motivation and lose their confidence in classroom to find reading useful. And the another problem is enhancing vocabulary for better comprehension. For example, uh, 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 short vocabulary system may occur a problem in reading stage, and strategies for supporting struggling readers. It refers that the scaffolding we need in our classroom. Uh, in our traditional classroom, we may lack of the scaffolding system. Next, Priya. So, we could, yeah, in my opinion, I would like to follow few teaching techniques and solution in my classroom so that uh, students learn effectively reading in our classroom. Uh, First of all, guided reading, uh, scaffolding reading. In this case, teacher-led discussion on text. For example, the teacher selects a text and reads with a small group of students. The teacher guides comprehension by asking questions and modeling strategies. For example, choose a short story or article, and a teacher may ask students to uh, answer it. And for example, a teacher can ask, "What does this word mean in context?" So by questioning and take answering from students, the it will be a scaffolding system. Uh, and the second one is jigsaw reading. It refers students read different sections and share. Um, basically it refers a cooperative learning strategy. In this case, students are cooperative with each other. They learn with pair and share system. And the third one is make reading relevant. In this case, teacher can use relevant topic in our reading system. For that, students can relevant the topic to each other. And the other one is close reading, and reading loud and echo reading. By reading loud in classroom, students can improve their pronunciation and reading ability in classroom. And the last one students can give their opinion in classroom, or they can write down what they have learned or their experience in by reading. So next, so that's all about my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, Anika, what do you think? Was it a good presentation? It was a good presentation. So I'm giving you 3 out of 3 on your slides. That is exactly what we expect from you. The slide is relevant and the slide is appropriate. In criticizing the existing teaching method, teaching techniques, you have done it perfectly. So over there as well, I give you 3 out of 3. And in case of giving solutions, you have provided a solution. Sometimes the only thing was missing, sometimes was like I felt like maybe you didn't explain it much properly, but you have provided solution to the slide and you talked about each and every point that is given there. So I'll be giving you 2.5 in that part. So your total will be 3, 3, 6, and 2.5 is 8.5 out of 10. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so next. After Anika, Noman, if you stay here, I'm going to take your presentation. Okay, Ridita, what happens to you? Are you still on sleep or what? You see?
Good morning, sir.
Ridita comes back.
So I'm not sleeping.
So you're not sleeping. I seriously thought maybe you just started the class and went asleep. Okay, Ridita. So open your camera, share your slide, and start your presentation. No delay. So after Ridita comes Haliba is done. So who else is there? Renessa, I don't see her. Where is she? Renessa কি পালিয়ে গেল?
স্যার ও মেবি লিভ নিয়েছে।
Yeah, লিভ তো নিয়েছে সে দেখতে পাচ্ছি। Why?
স্যার 52 থেকে তাহলে আরো 3 জন বাকি রইলো।
হ্যাঁ, Renessa
নিশি,
and then
রেনেসা আর
Nishi,
রেবেকা।
Rebecca, yeah, right.
ও স্যার ফৌজিয়া, 4 জন।
Fauzia Himi. So I don't know what happened to them, and we have to find another slot for them. It's a bit tough for
Sir, I
them
have
for
an
me.
issue, sir.
Yeah. If-
I cannot able to share my presentation.
Okay.
Sir.
Send your slide in our WhatsApp group. Then we'll share it from here.
Sir, 1 second.
Yeah.
Sir, 1 minute, please.
Yeah. 1 second and 1 minute. No problem. So some of you maybe didn't understand what I was expecting. Huh? So that's why the misunderstanding. You see, today I decided to give you marks from starting from 10, that I'll be giving you 10 out of 10 if everything is perfect. Then if not, maybe it goes down. So now I find myself in a situation where some of you have got 4 marks from me, and it makes me really sad. Ridita, yeah, you have already shared your screen. And everybody, please send your slides as well, huh? So these are the documents that I will keep, your slides and the recording, both, huh? So these are like your scripts. And from this experience, we will decide later what to do with other students around. Yeah, Ridita, your slide is visible and we can see you as well. So please start your presentation.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Vidita from batch 52, and my ID number is UG0752 21 and 006. So, today I'm going to talk about the intensive reading of language learning. So, let's start. I'm quite nervous. I don't know why, but I am so nervous. So, am I audible to all of you?
Yeah, audible, please.
Thank you. So let's start with the introduction. So, sorry. স্যার আমাকে কি স্যার 5 মিনিট দেওয়া যায় স্যার? আমি অনেক নার্ভাস হয়ে যাচ্ছি।
Yeah, you go slowly. We ignore your nervousness, okay? No
ওকে
problem.
স্যার। স্যার I need sir 5 minutes break sir. Sorry sir.
Ridita, you go slowly. No problem. You see, you have a nice start. Yeah, I look at your slides and I feel like you're going to have a nice presentation, likely. So go ahead. It's all right. We all are learning. You see, we are all are literate. None of us are illiterate, but we need to be digitally literate as well. In fact, you are more literate than I am in digital platform. But in case of official purposes, like say, for example, giving presentation online or doing things online, so sometimes maybe you might have some difficulty that you need to overcome. So I consider this online presentation as an opportunity for you and for the teachers as well, for the faculties as well, that we learn and understand the digital platform a bit better. In fact, teachers did it in Corona time, in COVID time, we had to. But like I didn't use Zoom at that time much. I never used Zoom well giving classes in COVID time. So now I'm using it. I don't use like Google Meet yet. I'm not very comfortable with Google Meet yet. So I have things to learn and I have difficulties as well. And I'm planning that I will be taking my next classes instead of Zoom, I'll be using Google Meet. So I'll learn it surely. So we need to be updated in this regard as well and more literate in digital platform. So there is, we will have mistakes, we'll have difficulties. Sometimes you see some technical difficulties like we cannot share our screen, or maybe our mobile phone video doesn't work, video cam doesn't work simultaneously. So issues will be there. But with these issues, we continue.
Okay, sir, I'm continuing.
Yeah.
So sorry to everyone, and I'm started again. So my topic is intensive reading, and let's start with the introduction part. So language learning and its importance. So language learning is a process of acquiring the ability to understanding, speaking, reading, and writing in a new language. And it is important for our communication, social instructions, and cognitive developments and accuracy. So reading as a fundamental language skill, reading ability makes understand, interpret, and analyzing written text. So two main types of reading. So one is intensive reading and another one is extensive reading. So intensive reading. Intensive reading refers to reading short, carefully selected texts for deeper comparison and language analysis. And the characteristics of intensive reading was, and intensive reading is also focused on detail, examples, small texts, and common practices. So characteristics, reading text in depth, concentrating on from, meaning, and syntaxes that detailed in understanding and which represent the speed of communication while reading or reading novels or communication like that. So next one is effectiveness of intensive reading. Deep learning vocabulary encourages the acquisition of both active and passive vocabularies through repetition and in context. So important in comprehension, focus on detailed understanding in reading comprehensions, the grammars, vocabularies, pronunciations, and many more things. So development of critical thinking. It helps students engage with the text at a deeper level, critical thinking and analytical skills. Focus on accuracy, understanding of grammar in a language or a passage or a short story in a story, the grammatical structure of those lines. So for that reason, students can easily understand the structures, syntax, and pronunciation very well. So the learning was easy. And overwhelmed information can overwhelm learners. Too many new words or structures at once. Limited real-life application. Focus on abstract. Teachers focus on abstract. Complex texts may not use in everyday. So teachers in traditional schools or traditional learning process, we see that teachers only teach us in grammatical parts. Teachers only teach us the rules of the grammars. They do not teach us that why subject plus verb plus object, why subject was sitting in the sitting before the verb and object was sitting before the verb. So sometimes students may face problems, those rules and structures. So slower pace. So those grammatical rules and regulations maybe create slower students to their real life communication, and would be they would be became very nervous like me to talk in English. Like I am very nervous to give the presentation today. So, and those things can demotivate a student in their learning. So, balancing and intensive and extensive reading, a combination for optimal learning. Intensive reading, it builds accuracy, comprehension, and deep understanding of vocabulary and grammar. In extensive reading, it improves fluency, reading speed, and exposure to natural language. Best practice for an effective balance: choose appropriate texts like short stories, newspaper, academic books, and many newspaper stuffs like also students can watch movies, English movies. Those helps them to balance their fluency and accuracy. So, and encourage a dual approach. A language teacher assigns an intensive reading passage on environmental issues, followed by an extensive reading task on related news articles. Practical real-life applications, like academic settings, reading a textbook chapter intensively to understand key concept, skimming a related Wikipedia article for additional context. Professional settings, carefully analyze the context. And everyday use, reading menus or movie like text, English text, newspapers, and see the advertisements, English advertisements. Those can help to balance the intensive and extensive readings. So at the end, multidimensional approach. In intensive reading, it builds depth, while extensive reading fosters natural fluency. In real-life applications, a well-balanced reader can analyze a legal contract carefully, but also scan news headlines quickly. Encouragement, teachers should always encourage their students to talk to English and don't fear about it, so that the students can easily motivated for the learning and they do not fear about it. I think so. So that's all about my presentation. Thank you. Thank you. Sir, I'm not hearing.
Rita, thank you very much. Good job. First of all, your slides are as usual, like before. I still remember you had nice slides, and this time as well, your slides are really nice. But I'm giving you 2.5 out of 3 in your slides only because in your criticism part, there was nothing in the slide. There was nothing about the criticism of the traditional system, teaching method in the slide. Since it was not there, I reduced a bit of marks from there. And what
That
was
is my
missing is
mistake
like,
that I didn't understand properly.
Yeah, right. This is somewhere maybe I didn't help you communicate properly, huh? So somewhere maybe it's from my part something was missing. So so your criticism was missing. But when you were giving presentation, there were elements of criticism a bit from here and there in segments. Huh? So that's why in criticism part, I will be giving you 2 out of 3. Though I have given some other students 1.5 because they didn't have any criticism, but you have criticized in fragments. And in case of solution as well, you didn't criticize, but you were providing kind of solution of the problems that already exist. So the solution part was good, but since you didn't criticize, the solution was not against anything very specific. So I'm giving you 2.5 in that part. So your total will be 7. 2.5 to
Solution parts was like single guide.
yeah. Solution was I'm giving you 7, but you have given a solution, but you didn't talk about the problem. So that was missing. Huh? So you get 7 out of 10. Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah, right. Maybe it's my mistake as well because I couldn't help you understand properly. Okay, so is there anybody else here who wants to give presentation? Ishat, Rubina.
স্যার এবার 53 স্যার গ্রুপে রিম্পি মেসেজ দিছে ওরা কখন জয়েন করবে
Yeah, I saw that message. So, is there anyone else from 52 who wants to give presentation?
নো স্যার আর
Okay,
4 জন তো জয়েন করেনি
done. Then those who belong to 52, they can leave now, huh? And group 53, now they can join back. Yes, Rinthi, I can see you now. So, Noman, are you there?
স্যার আপনার কথা অনেক আস্তে শোনা যাচ্ছে
1, 2, 3, 4, microphone testing.